to Goldboys Live, presented by Pickett Sports Sleeper Picks. Just Josh, Brad, and me hosting today. We got
Just
4 games in action. Colorado leads Washington 3-1. Miami up 6-1 over Tampa, who is struggling. Kansas City, Cleveland scoreless. Just got started, top of the first, 2 out. And then Miami and Seattle, first pitch just took place there. I am on under 4.5 and under 9 in Seattle, Minnesota. Josh, Brad, what's up, guys? Whoever wants to start with a best bet, what you got for today? You guys take it however way you want to go.
Brad's firing, dude. Brad's already like on 10 right now. He's about to get to
Dude.
11. So
I was gonna get. I thought we were gonna start closer to before 110. I was gonna give out Joe Ryan over 7.5 Ks was plus money.
They leave it up there. They leave it live.
It's still up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't look at this shit with my screen freezing, but I like Joe Ryan Ks. This has been a K fest. I think I've said it now 3 days in a row. Yesterday was Kirby, but he had 9 through 4 innings, which was absolutely ridiculous. But Joe Ryan stuff's been,
didn't he get hit
and
hard?
he got hit. Yeah, he got hit hard too. Joe Ryan stuff's been good. 10-7, 10, 9, 5, 9, 7. And now they're playing against the Mariners, who are going to be swinging a ton. Third in true K percentage against right-handed pitchers. Yeah, so I like that one a lot. But I'll go for a bet that if you can't get it, if you're like offshore like me, I'm going with the Brewers with Peralta on the mound versus the Reds today. First, we talked about like Reds got a sneaky win yesterday, but they're going to bounce back down. Reds bullpen usage is absolutely atrocious. Wait, let me pull it up right here. They don't have an arm who hasn't pitched in the last 2 days. So if who's pitching for them? I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh my God, hold on, my notes are frozen.
It's Peralta versus Lively.
Yeah, if Lively can't give them more than 5, I think it's be one of those that there's no safe lead for the Reds if they end up getting a lead there, because their arms are all shot. Literally every single one has pitched within the last 2 days, with Cruz being the lowest, I think.
Cruz.
Just catching up here on the chat. Eli is chiming in. Let's see. Landry Bet say Brian tried to make up some excuse for why he couldn't make it. Must be hungover from Post Malone. He did give kind of let's just peel back the curtain. Kind of a shady excuse. Something about driving and
driving to another concert.
I hit him up last night for a minute and was like, "Yo, how drunk are you?" And it was probably like 11:30 at night, and he goes, "Who is this?"
Yeah, should we read his text on the air? Would that be good content?
Wait, when he said it too, like it sounded like a hungover text. I was like,
and
what the hell are you saying?
Yes, he spelled it.
I don't know. I think Pickett and Sleeper are too like G-rated for us to talk about what Brian's saying on text.
I gotta drive my GF to work after this concert. I'm gonna be at for 1 p.m. today. And then Brad says, "What? You out?" And then he doesn't reply. So, I mean, the way I understood it, I'm going to be there at 1 o'clock. I didn't know what he's saying.
Yeah, me
too. He literally didn't say, he never said he's going to be out. So I texted him personally, "Hey, are you going to be there today?" He's like, "No, let me see what he said personally."
His English no good sometimes, honestly.
No. He said, "Do you want today?" "No, I'm out because I had to drive back to fucking New Jersey before doubling back home." So
I don't know.
If we're doing like
PTI Brian,
I'm
I hate to blow Brian's spot, but didn't he say they rented like an Airbnb too?
He spent the beginning, dude. All the stories he's talking about is how he preferred to stay in the city the same night, and it's like somebody got him to take an Uber to Jersey after being in the city. Like all bad plays. We should have been going to that Mets Yankees game that we all won money on because we listened to what I said yesterday, right?
Yeah. I won a little money on that game.
I faded the Yankees, but I did Herman K's under instead of taking the Mets. I did make a bet today. I didn't give it out yet, but what the hell? I'll give it out now. Are you ready, Josh? Are you sitting down?
I am.
Mets plus 550 to make the playoffs.
I'm out.
6 games back in the loss column.
Shut down the stream. We're out of here.
They play the Yankees tonight, but after they play the Yankees, they get I'm gonna give up a run early here in Mariners Twins. After tonight, though, 4 home versus the Nationals, 3 versus the Royals. It could be a little 6-1 stretch where they get back in the mix, and who knows? These teams in front of them are not playing well. The Phillies, the Diamondbacks, the Reds have been streaky. The Giants haven't played great. So 6 back in the loss. They got 7 easy games coming up at plus 550. Do I think it's going to win? No, but at plus 550, I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, that's 7 games to go, like you said, with like 70 to play. No, 60 to play.
6 in the loss column.
Okay. I mean, look, man, every year that you're a Mets fan and you see who's on your roster at the beginning of the season, you're like, oh, there's no way we're going to be fine. And then you're 17 games back in the East in freaking June. So, like, why would they? I mean, okay, the reason they turn around, Pete Alonso is better. After 3-game sample size, we say he's back. Maybe that's the case. And if that is the case, then you can sell me. But I'm keeping my my hopes low and my
Okay.
money in my pocket.
Okay.
But I am betting on them tonight because I'm fading both these pitchers, honestly, between Quintana and Rodon. Like Rodon, this is my favorite bet of the night. Rodon under 6.5 Ks. He's gone 5.1 innings in all the 3 starts. He went 4 in the first start. And I mean, I know they're working him back, but like 6.5, he's gotten 6 Ks against the Rockies. The Mets don't strike out, which you called yesterday, Will, but Herman's a different pitcher right now than Rodon is with his stuff. So Rodon's velo stuff is fine. He's still pitching the ball at pretty much the same velocity, but like is not hitting his numbers. He's not hitting really like strikes is the problem at this point. Gave up 5 walks last game. So like against a Mets team that will be, definitely disciplined and then ready to crank some because I think Petey's back. Yeah, I'm going to fade him Ks. And I'm also going to take the over 8.5 in that game because it's him versus Quintana. And tell me who you.
Oh, I can't
who you
take
like
an over
more.
with that Yankee lineup is so
Quintana's
bad.
man.
I can't take an over with them.
They got over yesterday, 9-3, thanks to the Mets doing the bulk of the work.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they do.
Did you guys bet the Padres last night?
Nope, that's why they won.
I didn't. Did they win by more than 1 too?
5-1.
Yeah, they 5-1. Snell did not hit his over on Ks, but he hit his over on outs. Sweaty, as usual. I think even the run line was sweaty-ish.
Of course, it's the Padres.
I think it was like the 8th inning is where they got they covered.
Do you guys think the Padres trade their guys? They're in the same position as the Mets, 6 back in the loss count.
I don't think the Mets are. And
you don't think the Mets are trading?
No, because they've made it. I mean, they got Scherzer and Verlander another year at least, and they, Verlander's made it clear he wants to pitch till he's like 44. So I mean, they're going to want.
Doesn't mean they can't trade him.
No, I think they want to continue it.
I think they want to contend next year.
Ryan,
I don't think they'll trade the big 2.
Inning.
Yeah, I don't think they'll trade the big 2. I do think they could trade like Robertson, some of these guys. But again, the deadline is Tuesday. So if you play well between now and Tuesday and you're like 3-4 out,
they don't have the bullpen either. Like they don't have the bullpen, honestly. Like they need to bring Robertson in every single time that they're in a jam. They suck so bad. They miss Diaz. I miss the trumpets. Like
Diaz puts everyone else down. Like that makes Robertson your 8th guy. Your 8th guy becomes your 7th guy. Yeah, I agree. It has like Robertson's been fine as the closer, but it's the guys below that. It's the pecking order that gets that gets compromised.
I mean, can we take a quick look? Like, is there anything you like for someone to come back? Like the Phillies 1, 2, or 3 after hemorrhaging a bunch.
That was a comeback last night too. They were down late.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah, every game's kind of interesting now. The Reds, like Ashcraft and Abbott, back-to-back good starts for those two. That's very encouraging. And
the games are starting, so they took down to make the playoffs. That's too bad. I should have screenshotted it. They do have division winners up, but they don't have. Let me check FanDuel. FanDuel, you can't bet the no. DraftKings it lets you offer. It's a 2-way market. Let me see if FanDuel has anything up just to give us an idea. But I think the Phillies are still big favorites to make the playoffs. Let's see here. Players. No, they pull everything down because the games have started, which I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think I think it'll be Dodgers, Braves, Brewers. I still think will win the division. I'd like to see the Reds, but I don't think the Reds will win.
Yeah.
I think it'll be those 3. Then I think the wild cards will be Diamondbacks. I think it will be Phillies. And I think that last spot is wide open. If my life depended on it, I'd probably say Giants, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's the Padres. Wouldn't be shocked if the Mets make a run. The Reds could still win a wild card. You look at the wild card. There's 3 spots. There's 4 teams with 47 losses, and then teams like the Mets and the Padres with 53 losses. So, yeah, I mean, I got some Reds futures too. 40-1 for the division, and I think plus 475 to make the playoffs. So I'm hoping it's the Reds, but I've hedged back too and took some Brewers to make the playoffs. I still think it'll be the Brewers.
Makes sense. I mean, yeah, I got one more best bet here as well.
Yeah, hit us.
I don't. Maybe I'm crazy, but like I like Kyle Bradish more than Ranger Suarez in the Phillies and O's matchup. And the first 5 that I hit last night on FanDuel for Baltimore's money line was plus 118. So I really liked that. I think it's down to like plus 105, but like at plus money, Kyle Bradish in his last 7 starts has a 1.62 ERA. And like an xERA a little bit over that. His batting average against is 184. He's just been really good. And I don't get why he like got this. Thank you, Eli, again. I don't know why we like argue so much, but now we're agreeing on everything. Like Bradish is like gotten this
isn't nearly as bad as a lot of people think.
Yeah, he's gotten some like weird like JaVale McGee style, like he's an idiot and he's a clown kind of thing for some reason. Like, oh, let's mock this dude for this 26-year-old who's like figuring it out in the majors.
What is that? I've missed that. What are we referring to?
It was just like all people talking about Orioles pitching, honestly, and he was bad last year. To Eli's point that he just made, like, but this year, especially in the last 7 starts, man, he's good. He's very good. Like I said, it's not easy to do a 1.62 ERA over 7 starts in a row. So. And then Ranger Suarez is getting rocked by right-handed pitching. He's just there to pitch against lefties. He's not good anymore. Dropped him in fantasy. I know to keep you updated on the squad there, Will. But yeah, I had to drop him after like 5 bad starts in a row. So, 286 batting average against him with righties. The Baltimore is a top 5 offense against lefties. This is a bad moment for him. So I don't understand why it was plus 118 when I got it, but it was also the opening line for that game for the first 5. So feel good about that one.
Yeah, Bradish has a 3 ERA. I must have missed the Bradish hate. I don't know.
Last year he was bad, and the beginning of this year he came out and he had like a few like 7 earned runs and 6 here and whatever. Yeah. So, but
is anybody going to take? Go ahead.
No, I was going to say we haven't mentioned Gallen is pitching. Strider's pitching.
By the way, I was just about to say, is anybody going to take Gallen over pitching out? I did. Oh wow,
I just took them on the money line. He's been great at home. Flaherty hasn't been great for the Cardinals. I mean, the money line and the Cards are getting bet. I don't really understand that. I like the D-backs in that game, and I know the Braves quietly haven't played well. They've lost 6 of 8, but minus $1. I think up to minus $1.65. If you can find a book with dime lines, that's helpful, obviously. But $1.65, maybe that's a little bit out of range, but I don't mind laying $1.65 here with the Braves. In Fenway, figure Strider bounced back. He also hasn't pitched great. Like he was awesome. We were doing that show Thursday, but then he fell apart, gave up some homers. But I'm okay with Gallen. I'm okay betting Braves and Diamondbacks here.
I need because Eli brought it up and he said, I think somewhat sarcastically, it's going to be fun watching Ohtani in an Orioles uniform next week. Like, can you get an Ohtani market anywhere where he's going to play next?
I think so. I think DraftKings has it.
I was looking for it on
It might just be a yes, no if he's traded. I don't think he's gonna be traded. The Angels have played pretty well here. I thought there was a chance a week or so ago when they were playing like shit, but they've played well enough where they're just a few games out and they can at least talk themselves into, hey, we got a chance to make the playoffs, even if it's a small chance. I would trade him to somewhere, especially like Baltimore, Tampa, where I don't think he'd re-sign. So maybe you could trade him and then just sign him back and then really be set up. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I don't think they'll do it. But again, I don't have any inside information. What are they in the wild card here? They are 49, 3 back in the loss column.
Yeah.
They got some teams in front of them, Yankees in front of them, Red Sox in front of them, and then 3 behind Toronto. We got to talk. Houston, Texas. That's a big game. Houston is now a game back in the division. You're gonna owe me $100, buddy.
No.
Yes. You want to make it 200?
No.
If you're confident, or is that fake confidence?
Corey Seager just got hurt, man. That's bullshit.
So I said I'm gonna win $100, and you said no. Like you're confident, but you're obviously
no. I
said
confident. No because what else am I gonna say to that?
You're right. I'm gonna win. You're gonna win. You could say, hey, you know what? I'll give you money right now.
It's easy to feel good when you win 2 in a row. But Texas avoids the sweep and they go back up 2 games. And
all right,
then I'm talking more shit tomorrow.
We can double the bet if you want.
All right, let's double it.
Really? All right.
Holy shit!
Official $200.
This is live on air.
You freaking you poking my ego long enough, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna have to.
Oh man, $200. It's on the record. Brad's a witness.
Twitch I'm a witness.
What those people that don't know, what type of payment plans do you offer, Will?
I'll work with you.
Okay, cool.
I'll work with you. So I have the Astros for 200 to win the division. Brad has the Rangers 200 to win the division. I guess we should mention.
You mean Josh?
Josh has it. Yes, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, what the hell?
How do I get it?
Don't you put my name on that?
If somebody else wins the division, it's a no bet, right? If the Angels or Mariners somehow steal it, okay. I don't think that'll happen, but it's close enough where it's at least worth mentioning. All right. You should have negotiated. You should have done a little more negotiating. You should have taken the field, but I probably wouldn't have given you that.
No. That's in first. There's no way you'd give me that.
Yes, you're right. Will is a legal book. That's funny. Let's see. Anything else, Brad? You said you had a future. Anything else?
I have an NFL future. Let me give out my sleeper.
Yeah.
I'm also on Zach Gallen over 17.5 pitching outs in sleeper. Lance Lynn over 17.5 pitching outs. Although I hate trusting him, but they've been giving him a lot of leash even when he's been getting hit, which is really, really good for that bet.
Days.
Yeah. And then I took Kyle Tucker, at least one hit. I still think that series continues to be fireworks there. It's $20 and it pays out $54 profit.
All right, sounds good. Check out Sleeper, check out Pickett, our wonderful sponsors. Brian just texted in. He said my dog ate my homework, so I don't know. For a while.
He didn't do his homework.
No, he didn't do it.
That was quite the excuse he came up with. All right, NFL future. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm going to your boy Quentin Johnston over 575 receiving yards. So I needed to do a deeper dive into it to see if it was something where I was going to go all the way in. Listen, the Cowboys threw for 3,900.
Chargers, you mean?
No, I mean the Cowboys. The Cowboys threw for 3,900 plus yards last year. Now Kellen Mond goes to the Chargers. They're going to run a similar philosophy. And when I was doing some research on some of the press conferences that he had recently, he was saying that his main goal is to change the offensive philosophy. A Chargers team that only averaged 25.5 points per game. Now they want to bring them up closer to that 28 points, which theoretically would put them in the same category as the Chiefs there. And then so I looked at some of the options, some of the receiving options for the Chargers last season. When you look at guys like Josh Palmer, who caught 791 yards, and then DeAndre Carter, who caught 550, who's out of there. And Guyton's going to be that number 2 option. Then we get a third out in that, and that's if Keenan Allen takes any time away due to injury. For those who don't know, Johnson, 6'3", 208, runs a 4.4 40, had 600 receiving yards in his sophomore year, and then eclipsed the 1,000 mark in his junior year. He's going to be used a lot in that system.
Plus, you weight him, which is that's really doing the heavy lifting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I don't, you know how I feel about playing overs. I don't like playing overs because of the injuries, and this is one I might wait. Just make sure he makes to the season healthy, because if he gets hurt in training camp, I think you're beat. And again, check your book in terms of some of these books. These guys need to play at least one snap, one game for there to be action. But I agree. I think
that's what mine is play. I think it's DraftKings plays at least one snap.
Okay, so you're covered. Then you're good. Then you can fire that now. I like that, man. If I was gonna play an over, I might actually join you on that, because man, they that was a little bitch offense they threw last year with all the underneath stuff. And Herbert gets his contract. Like, stretch the field. He is such a good thrower, such a deep thrower. Like, throw the damn ball down the field. And Johnson, that's a guy that can make some noise. It's a rookie of the year is a quarterback award, but if there's anyone that could steal it and just have a monster year, like, I don't know if he'd win it, but I like Johnson.
And he's in like a sneaky situation too, where Mike Williams and Keenan Allen both miss a lot of time.
Oh, they're always hurt. Always hurt.
Like, what a great spot if you want to like take a stab at that. Sorry, Bob OD. Bears are not winning the NFC North.
This is not a Bears podcast.
Well, I'm trying to find these.
I would bet on Bears to finish last in the NFC North.
Bears for the NFC North is plus 400.
I would need.
You thinking it should be more? Or...
Yes. What?
Yeah. We're all Bears love.
We're all not on like what the Vikings and Packers are gonna be worse than the Bears
and the Lions.
I mean, and the Lions.
Well, the more I watch that QB show, the more Vikings, man. They're gonna need Flores to come in.
Kirk Cousins.
He will. Flores has never. I said this on one of our shows, but Flores has never had a bad defense in the defense that he's coached, and like the stats behind it are pretty sick too.
I think the 19 Dolphins were pretty bad on defense.
I have the. I'm talking off the top of my head. I have the stats, like the defensive EPA per play and all that was pretty good.
Every Dolphins.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, my computer's so slow. Let me pull up my notes. That's like a while ago. When did we do that show?
Let's see here.
What I should do
minus 165. Wow.
Bob says, I think they made drastic improvements from last year. They got DJ Moore. Who else did they get? Maybe the offensive line's a little better. I know they drafted, I think it was Skoronski, but
here it is.
Going from 3 wins to like the 9 or 10 you're going to need to win the division. That's a huge, huge jump. And the quarterback, I just think he's going to get hurt. He just takes too many hits for me.
I just have the retracted version. It's my boss cut out all the stats of my article.
I'm gonna try to find it here. This is fascinating, but I agree. He's gonna help the defense. He's a good defensive mind. They were 30th in total defense in 2019. So maybe you mean his defensive coordinator. He's never had a bad defense.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
he was the head coach of the Dolphins in 2019. That was the year. Remember, they were tanking. They trade all their guys, and
Yeah,
they played okay.
They got in trouble.
Yeah, they played okay. Yeah, they did. They got in trouble, but they played okay at the end of the year.
Lambert's about to go 6 freaking innings, man. That was plus money, I think, for him 17.5 pitching outs. I did not believe it was going to happen.
Yeah, we can update the scores here. Colorado 4-1 over Washington. Miami up 7-1 over Tampa. Cleveland up 2-0. Somebody hit a home run for Cleveland. Up 2-0 over Kansas City. Seattle up 2-0 over Minnesota. Home. So I'm going to have to hold on for dear life here for my under 4.5. There's just somebody hit a home run for Seattle. So it's 2-0 bottom of the second. That's going to be dicey at best here. I'm going to have to, I need a couple of scoreless innings here.
Oh, Jose Ramirez.
Who hit it? Jose Ramirez?
I need Thomas to come on. Probably wind's blowing out there too pretty hard is what I saw.
Where's that, in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Do we have any weather today where we can parlay the strikeout props under for any of these guys?
Doesn't look like there's any rain.
Brian says,
yeah, it doesn't look like there's any rain except maybe LA, possibly. There's rain throughout the entire forecast in Detroit.
Is Brian in the chat? He's asking us to acknowledge him in the chat.
He must be on
Twitch. Yeah.
Oh, do you guys have the Twitch one? I don't see it. I just have the YouTube one.
Don't make me admit that.
I don't have the Twitch one.
Brian's the Twitch guy.
Brian,
call into the show and be a man.
Yeah, I mean, you could have just done the show too. If you wanted to be so involved in the show, you could have just done the show.
Such a
okay.
Oh, Brian, we miss you too.
We acknowledged you. Time to move on. I think we're out of time. Anything else you guys like today or no?
No, I didn't look at these day games, man. It's tough when I'm waking up at the time that these games are starting at like 6:30 in the freaking morning. So everything I looked at was at night, and like that, the Strider game is interesting, but I didn't know how to bet it honestly because Brian Bello has been better. So I just and Strider's been giving up runs. He can strike out everybody he wants, but like he's giving up runs. So I didn't know how to bet that one. There might be something. Go ahead.
H said Ramirez hit the home run.
Yeah,
I tried to pull it up, but my stuff sucks.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez hit it. Brought home.
They want to know MLB homer props. We'll leave that to Eli. Eli, anything for homers you can put in the chat here. The three of us are not the biggest homer fans of homers, just because we feel like you get short paid on a lot of these guys that are popular. Like I saw Alonso homered yesterday. It's like, all right, that's great. You call Alonso homer. That's out of nowhere. But like it was like plus 282 at one of the books.
No,
plus 280.
Didn't hit a home run in like a month and a half.
I know.
Yeah, on Tuesday.
That's my point. That's the point I was making beforehand. Is like you don't get any juice when they don't do it a long time in a row. So reset the odds, or why would I bet it?
I just think they I think they short pay, and especially they're just becoming so popular, and people like the lotteries that they just they do this with NFL too. Like we talked about with MVP. Like you look at the NFL MVP, those odds are so bad for all of those guys. Like the hold on that is just ridiculous. Where man, everybody is like 7-1, 8-1, 10-1. It's just anybody you want to bet. Like Trey Lance is 50-1. Trey Lance is 50-1. Like he's not even going to start at quarterback, and he's 50-1. Like that's missing a zero. It's just it's ridiculous what the books do.
Yeah, they know what they're about. I mean, because the craziest thing I was looking at a couple of days ago was NBA futures, and they're I forget which team it is. The Wizards are 600-1 to win the NBA championship.
Right.
I can't believe you're offering something 600.
Yeah.
Like, who? What?
Right.
It was crazy. And then like a couple other teams were 500-1, 200-1, 200-1. The Thunder were 100-1. And I'm like, I get but in the NBA, it's just, they can weed it out more easily.
Yes.
Oh, man. Dude just took it off the knee.
Well, because NFL is single elimination, and there's so much parity in the league. NBA is not parity. Like the Wizards are not.
7-game series grinds it out of you.
Right. Like the Wizards, there's just no path for them to actually winning a championship. Anything women's World Cup tonight? USA does play. They're big favorites over Netherlands. I've heard some people that actually like the Netherlands tonight, plus a half a goal, or you get like that double chance here where you either draw or win with Netherlands. Do you buy that at all, Brad?
Yeah, they like the Netherlands. Sure.
Like you would.
Did he cut out?
Yeah,
I buy it a little bit, but I don't think so. I
You
do
cut
think
out for a
draws
second.
are
Can
the
you just
cards,
repeat whatever you
but
said?
I wouldn't personally play it. I cut out.
Yes.
I
What's going on? His
I
lips are
said I
moving,
wouldn't
but we can't hear
personally
him.
play it. I could see it.
Okay.
I don't think there's value in it. I think like that's just. Am I
Okay.
back?
Yes.
Kind of.
How
It's
about
all
an under
good.
in that game? It's 2.5, but it's juiced. Anything
Under.
there?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm leaning.
Okay.
I'm
I think
I'm
it's just
going under.
gambling. If you take double chance, you just want to have play something to play something.
Okay. Yeah.
I
And how
have
many
I have a lot of money on them to make the final. I didn't go all the way to say to win it because it was like plus 130 for them to make it, and I would rather just take that than worry about them having to beat like a Brazil or like Brazil and Spain look real nice. Brazil especially was like they were trying to destroy. Who were they playing the other day? They were just obviously way better. It was someone that was like in there for the first time, but it was Panama, and they were just like, dude, it was like if like the best team in the NBA tried as hard as it could against the Wizards this year. It's what it was like to watch. And so I don't want to have to take US to beat them, but I got them a lot of units for them to make the final at plus 130.
I think that prop is interesting. I would probably play that prop first half over corners. I'm not sure Netherlands will keep up enough in the possession game where I want to risk them trying to get 2 corners. So if there's going to be 4 corners, you might as well play over 3.5. It's probably going to be a little more juice. Over 4 is a possibility too. I didn't look at the odds, but I just imagine they couldn't set it more than over 4.5. So I'd imagine you can get over 4 juiced. Probably a little safer.
and what is it? Why do people like the Netherlands tonight for the soccer people? Like, what is it about them? Is it just because US played poorly the first match? Is it like what's the
Big.
thinking behind that?
They could. So if you look at the United States women's team, and you're going to see them. Am I still lagging? Or you guys? I'm
No,
good.
you're good.
Okay, and like you're going to see them against most teams. They're not as big. They're not. I mean, excuse me. The other teams not as big, not as physical. Netherlands can keep up with physicality and with size. It's one of those things where it's not going to be overmatched on the field. Now it just comes down to talent of the team, how they play together, and individual talent.
Gotcha. I've not watched a lot of this. The times make it very tricky. This is 9 o'clock Eastern, so it's a little more reasonable. But I mean, most of these games like 2 o'clock in the morning to sit there and watch, Saudi Arabia play the Philippines. It's just, I'm sure
Yeah,
it's really hurt their ratings because the times are really, really tough.
I couldn't believe there was 41,000 people who went to that United States women's game. That was really nice. A double
Right.
play. God damn, man. The Lambert is killing these dudes.
Yep. What do you have in this game?
I have 3 bets. Lane Thomas over 1.5 total runs, hits, and RBIs. He's at 1. Ruiz over 1.5 total hits, runs, and RBIs. He's at 1. And then I have half unit on Nationals team total. But my logic is not going to work if Lambert is going to pitch to 7 innings.
3 hits. Yeah.
Yeah, like my logic's out of the window.
Right.
So
All right. I think we can wrap on that. I am on the Braves, the Diamondbacks, and I got first 5 under. I'm not dead here. It's 2-0 in the second. I'd like to get out of this second in Seattle, Minnesota with only 2 runs. And I'm sort of on pace here where I'm in the mix. Seattle's got a run in the first, a run in the second. So hopefully we can get out of Dodge here. But I am on the Braves, the Diamondbacks. And just to recap, what do you guys have?
I'm on the Brewers. Hold on, they're right here. I'm on the Brewers.
And you don't have to
And
give
I'm
your sleeper
on
play. You can post
Zach
it.
Gallen over 17.5 pitching.
Yeah, I'm on
actual plays.
Baltimore first 5 over Philly, and then Carlos Rodon under 6.5 Ks on the Yanks. And Yanks, I am going Yanks and Mets over 8.5. That's probably the dumbest bet, but the first 2 I love.
All right. On
I
that
have
note,
to find a way to fade Quintana. That's all.
yeah, I mean, you could play Yankees team total. Again, Yankees just can't hit.
Their
That
offense
lineup is
sucks.
so bad.
Who will suck less?
So bad. Yeah, I mean, bad. We know good pitching beats good hitting. Does bad pitching beat bad hitting? It's hard. It's hard to say. It depends, I guess.
I don't think so.
All right. Thank you to Pickett. Thank you to Sleeper, Josh, Brad. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you guys. Good luck on all your plays.